Hey guys, Angelica here, video recording from Jackson Hole, Wyoming. It's so beautiful here. If you've ever heard of it or been here, you probably know that it is amazing and highly recommend coming. I don't know if you can see the background, but there's the beautiful mountains. Grand Teton National Park is so close. It's like, so I'm actually in the area of Snow King Resort. But the town's really small and you can walk around and it's just quite amazing. So I just want to give you guys some tips about travel. So we've met so many people here. The main reason of us coming here was to go hiking. We started in Yellowstone and we stayed there 2 days, and then we came here for the rest of our, or 2 nights, and then we stayed 5 nights here. So a total of 7 nights, 8 days. And the most expensive thing about this trip was really the lodging and the food. The food is very expensive, but here's a little information about that. So everybody that works here, a lot of the stuff has been closing around 7 or 8 p.m., which we found very strange to be closing so early. But the more we talk to the locals, the more we find out that housing here is very limited. And that's because over 90% of Wyoming is actually federal land, you know, the national parks and stuff, which is so amazing that we have such undisturbed land. But then as a result, unfortunately, there's not much housing. And what's happening is that the people who are working here, they're paying $2 to $3 grand for like a 1-bedroom apartment. Now, there are some outliers that get a little bit cheaper, but the leases tend to be 3 to 6 months or month to month, and the landlords are increasing the prices. They could increase it like $1,000 after 6 months, which is very uncommon in other parts of the world or in other parts of the U.S. because of things like in LA, they have rent. Like you get locked into your rent amount so that landlords can't increase it. And I guess I can argue kind of 2 sides of that, but it sucks to hear that that's happening right now in Jackson Hole. So as a result, they don't have enough staff to staff the stores. The stores are closing 7, 8 o'clock. There's a Starbucks here that closes at 7 p.m. every day, which I found so strange, but it's because they don't have enough help. They're paying employees like $17 to $25 for retail work just because, and with benefits, just because they need the help to keep these businesses running. And then the people who are living here need enough money in order to live here. So it's just quite interesting hearing how that's happening. So when we go into restaurants and food, like a simple meal is like $18 for a very small sandwich, or, I mean, they have decent sizes, but when it costs that much, it makes me okay with paying it because I know that everything here is so expensive and people need to live here and be able to pay for everything. So just economy and what is required. But anyway, getting off topic there, if you guys are planning on coming here and you don't want to spend a lot of money, my recommendation is look at campsites, look at cheaper like motels and stuff. You can get some better prices off season, of course, but then you have limited stuff. Like our resort is really nice, but half the amenities are not offered. Like they have something that goes through the woods, but we can't use that because it's off season. But again, it's okay with us because we've just been walking around and enjoying the town and hiking. So we don't really need those extra amenities. But the pool is open, it's heated, it's outdoors, and it's quite amazing. It's like in the 60s right now, which feels great. Other things that you could be doing here to save money is, like for us, when we purchased the, sorry, I'm saying unallowed. When we purchased our lodging, we got it through Priceline, which was a little bit cheaper. And actually the checkout is later. It's at 12 p.m. instead of 11 p.m. So it gives us an extra hour to just enjoy ourselves. You do need a car around here. Ubers and stuff I haven't really seen. It's just such a small town, you can walk to everything. But you do need a car to get from the airport. But some of the hotels offer shuttles. So our hotel has a shuttle, so we could have used that if we wanted to. That's part of the amenities. The Jackson Hole airport is super close. The other thing is getting a car. So when you get cars, make sure you're getting them early on. A lot of them have free cancellation, so I would purchase it when you think it's a good price, and then if it gets cheaper you can always cancel it and then repurchase another one. But in our case, we purchased the car about a month out of our trip, and then 2 weeks out I wanted to check how much the prices were, and we paid $650 for 8 days, which we thought was kind of expensive, but we did get we got a Tahoe, an SUV, and it's a really big car, so now that I think about it, under $100 each day is actually really good. But 2 weeks out I looked at it and it was $2,500. So just make sure that you're looking at stuff in advance to get the best prices. And then when you come in, just have a plan of what you want to do so you kind of know how much you're spending. Food options, you can definitely go to like local like it's not really a sub shop, but like sandwich shops, and you can get stuff and take with you when you're hiking. So a lot of times we would buy a pizza at night and then we put it in our hotel fridge and then put it in a Ziploc bag so bears wouldn't smell it as much. At least that was our mindset. And then we would eat that on the mountain after hiking, 8-10 miles. And it was just a really nice treat, but we just planned ahead and we got those things. One day we also went and got sandwiches at a local spot, which was really delicious. So it's just kind of cool because all the spots are very local, small, businesses, and it's just cool to support them. So that's my little tips about expensive areas like Jackson Hole. Apparently Jackson Hole is the second most expensive place to live next to San Francisco, which I thought that was kind of interesting. Now, that's just what a local was telling me, so maybe that's not accurate, but anyway, I just want to show you guys what we've been on our trips. We've gone on tons and tons of little hikes, big hikes, 8 to 12 miles is our average hikes, and then the beginning of the video has our encounters in Yellowstone for those 2 days. So I highly recommend this trip to anybody who is outdoorsy. It has been amazing. We've dealt with a lot of snow here because it is currently May, the beginning of May, and roads are just opening up. There's still one road to Yellowstone that's closed, so we had to drive an extra hour to get to Jackson Hole from Yellowstone. Totally worth it because we're not dealing with the crowds that you get in the very peak seasons in the summer. Actually, right now, if you try to book stuff in the summer, you might have a hard time finding lodging or cars, and everything that I just said explains that. So anyway, I hope this stuff was helpful, and I'm just going to let you guys watch my little short video, under 3 minutes, about everything that we've done on this trip, and again, so amazing. So if this stuff helped you, make sure to like and subscribe to my video, make sure you comment below and tell me what things are helpful. I love to travel, so I'm going to continue bringing you guys travel stuff. I love to review things. I just like to save money, and I know that's the main part of my channel, but if that stuff interests you, just make sure you like and subscribe. Thanks again for being here. It's been great chatting with you guys. Bye. for watching the short video. I hope you really enjoyed it. And I forgot to mention one additional thing about Jackson Hole. One, bring chapstick. I've been using plenty of it. My lips are still chapped even though I'm drinking a ton, so make sure you are super hydrated when you're here. So bring your own water bottle, and that way you don't have to be buying glasses or, you know, like bottles of stuff and being wasteful with that way and spending too much money. Also, the national park passes. Make sure you guys are buying a national park pass. You can buy your yearly pass for $80 for the year. It's amazing. And 2 people can sign it. So like my husband and I both signed it. But if you want to go in it with a friend, I believe you can do that. It's just 2 people can sign it. That's it. And you have to show your ID. Some places don't check the ID, but I say be honest, because the money is going to a good place. It's going to the national parks to help continue maintaining them and everything. So it's well worth the money. And I say that because we forgot our pass when we came here for this trip, and we had to buy another one. And while the $80 was kind of frustrating to buy again, it's going towards the national park, so that made us feel better about it, and we didn't mind having to buy another one. If you do buy it, make sure you buy it at the beginning of the month so you get the whole benefit, or yes, so you get the whole benefit. Because it doesn't matter if you buy it at the beginning or the end of the month, it's going to expire the month before the following year. So just keep that in mind. And if you are a senior, 62 or up, you can get it for $80 for forever, or you can get it for a yearly $20. Disability, I think those passes are free, so you just have to like show your proof and everything. And a lot of the trails, if you're not doing like hiking up into the mountain, there's a lot of viewpoints, and they're very nicely paved. Even if they're a little steep, you can get down it with a wheelchair. If you're just a little careful, take your time. The pathways are pretty wide. Just look up online to check. You know, being a therapist, I'm very aware and mindful of people with disabilities being able to access stuff. So it's kind of cool that there are a lot of paved roads here, so you can really see some pretty sights, even if you're disabled and aren't able to hike up the mountain. But you know, you can always hike up the mountain. There are ways, so keep that in mind too. What else did I want to mention? I don't know. Just highly recommend this trip. Again, if you like this video, if you liked my tips, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. I love having you guys here. Let me know any other things that you guys would like to know. I didn't really go over the foodie places here. Like I said, they were pretty expensive, but you can make it as cheap or as expensive as you like. We definitely splurged on a few restaurants, and then also we went on a cheaper end and got some sandwiches and some leftovers that we took up on the mountain when we were in hiking. So there's so many options, but definitely bring your own water bottle. That is definitely for sure. All the water here is delicious from the sink, so you don't have to really bring up purifier or anything. But up on the mountain, the water looks so clean because it's all runoff of the snow. So if you wanted to bring one of those bottles that have the purifiers, I'm sure you can even drink the water up there. Anyway, I hope this was all interesting to you guys, helpful to you guys, and thanks again for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.